Welcome everybody to Headlock Field, where today's matchup is between the Westbrook Blue Blazes and your Portland Bulldogs. Tonight is senior night, and we will be celebrating the seniors of the Bulldogs. We will go through their names, and they'll also be announced over the intercom, and we'll also give a shout out to the Westbrook seniors, and we'll do that in a moment. But both of these teams have had lackluster seasons so far. Westbrook does have more wins, but they are currently on a 4-game losing streak. Their last game was against Sanford. It was 16-0, the final score. So Westbrook will look to bounce back in this game. On the other side, Portland coming off of a tough loss to Scarborough, 2-1. Scarborough took the lead in the 6th. Portland tied it in the 7th to extend the game, but Scarborough ended up walking it off in the bottom of the 8th. Scarborough is 10-3 on the season, so it shows you that Portland is oh so close this season to beating a lot of these good teams, just not enough to get over the hump of these good teams. Portland is 2-12 on the season. It's just been a tough season all around, but all you can do now is just take one game at a time and try to get a win today and get a win your last game and see what happens. But these two teams want to get back in the win column, and we'll see who comes out on top on senior night between Portland and Westbrook. And we'll be back for the announcement of all the seniors. And here we go for senior night as we go through Westbrook's seniors: Quincy Seavey, Ryan Stone, Damon Chandler, Stephen White, Dom Berner, Carter Dow, Carson Dow, Alex Bean, Ben Ugly, and those are all the seniors for Westbrook.
On behalf of the faculty, staff, and students of Portland High School, we would like to thank these student athletes for supporting their
And it's always nice to be recognized after a long 4 years of playing sports in high school.
They have shown tremendous resiliency and diligence through the last 4 years of Portland High School.
Yeah, and the last 4 years, not only have you had to put the extra effort in, but with COVID, I think there was lost time also with sports, and so it's been a very difficult last 4 years.
Yeah, I believe that this senior class lost their freshman year in 2020. Yeah, I think they lost their freshman year for baseball at least.
You know, and baseball is one of those sports where you really need a lot of practice.
And the first senior is going to be Finn Tidd.
And by his brothers Robert and Jesse.
And there are 9 seniors for the Bulldogs. And lucky enough, they all get the start tonight.
And it's always nice that, you know, as a volunteer, we are able to make these events.
The next senior, number 8, is Ethan Terrio,
And Ethan Terrio
represented by his parents Ann and Eric
is the next.
and his sisters Grace and Taylor.
And we will go over their starting positions once they hit the field to warm up.
The next senior is Nathan Milliken.
And Nate Milliken is the next
Nate is represented
senior.
by his parents Catherine and Robert and his brother Lucas.
And lucky enough, his brother, who's also on this team, is Lucas Milliken, the catcher that started the entire year. And Portland's lucky to have him for the next 2 years. He's only a sophomore.
Represented today by his parents Teresa and Michael.
And Logan Rosmus is the next senior for Portland.
Sam Payne.
And Sam Payne
By his mom
is next.
and his dad Gregory Payne.
And it's always the tradition to hand off flowers to loved ones that are on the field with them.
Andrew Brewer.
And Andrew Brewer is next up.
Andrew is represented by his parents, Deborah and Christopher, and by his brother Alex. Captain Liam Fay LeBlanc.
And
Liam is represented
one of the
by his
captains, Liam Fay LeBlanc,
parents, Ray and Gibson, and his brother Emmett. Captain Henry Bibeau.
and the other captain is Henry Bebeau.
By his parents, Deborah and Arthur, and his brother Sam. Joey Miller.
And Joe Miller is
Today by his parents, James
the next
and Joseph.
player. And all 9 seniors will now get the senior photo.
And that's going to be your starting lineup there, too.
Westbrook High School and our Portland Bulldogs. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we would ask that you please rise as we honor America and those who defend her with the playing of our national anthem.
Here we go for the start of this ball game. As Portland is warming up, the starting batting order for Westbrook is Carter Dow, Zach Gelbert, Ryan Stone, Alex Bean, Quincy Seavey, Connor Boulette, Ben Ugly, Damon Chandler, and Stephen White. The fielders for Portland, the outfielders, are Miller, Brewer, and Milliken. The infielders are Rosmus, Tid, Terrio, and Faye LeBlanc. Behind the plate is Bebeau, and the starting pitcher for Portland is number 36, Sam Payne. Carter Dow will lead things off for Westbrook. And the first pitch is up high for ball 1.
And it's a nice, cool, crisp, late May evening here at Hadlock.
Low and outside for ball 2. Right down the middle for strike 1. It's a 2-1 count. And that's hit to Tid. Tid will field it, throw it over, and gets the first out. So 1 away with Zach Gelbert. Outside for ball 1. It's on the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1 count. That's popped up, and it just drifts into the stands. And there's a slight breeze from left to right.
Yeah, not like the way the wind was blowing today when we were at the Sea Dogs game.
It's fouled back. Remains a 1-2 count. And it's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So 2 away for Sam Payne. And that brings up Ryan Stone.
Ryan Stone.
That's hit into center. And Brewer running back gets to it. And so a 1-2-3 inning for Portland puts up a goose egg for Westbrook.
Nice start.
So after a half an inning complete, it's Westbrook 0, Portland coming up.
Portland coming to bat.
Here we go for the bottom of the first as Westbrook goes into the field. The starting batting order for Portland is Joe Miller, Nate Milliken, Henry Bebeau, Andrew Brewer, Liam Fay LeBlanc, Logan Rasmus, Finn Tidd, Sam Payne, and Ethan Terrio. The fielders for Westbrook in the outfield is Stone, White, and Dow. The infielders are Gelbert, Boulette, Seavey, and Chandler. Behind the plate is Bean. And the starting pitcher for Westbrook is number 22, Ben Ugly. And here we go. Joe Miller leading things off, getting a applause from the crowd. And that's in there on the outside corner for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And that's strike 3. So 1 away for Nate Milliken. A little outside for ball 1. And that's just foul as it drifted towards the picnic area. 1-1 count. That
One side is like, oh, come on, that's a strike, and the other side had a gasp, thinking it was a strike.
And that was outside. 3-1 count to Nate Milliken. And that's a walk. Oh, no, that's a... That's fouled.
Ah,
And that's a walk. So that brings up Henry Bebeau.
and you know, the person you would like to have up at the plate with a runner on.
And normally Henry Bobo is the starting shortstop for Portland, but he's getting the nod as the catcher. So that pitch is inside for ball one.
And there is a lot of space for Bobo between center fielder and left fielder.
It's fouled back into the netting. 1-1 count.
And we have ones a wild across the board. Number 1 uniform, 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out.
And swing and a miss for strike 2.
Wow. And I'm sure to Bobo that was a beach ball that he just missed. That was a nice pitch.
And that's swing and a miss for strike 3.
Yeah, a lot of space out there. I wonder. Well, they're still going to keep all of that space in left center. Well, it's a left-handed batter, so. But if he can hit it the other way.
So that brings up Andrew Brewer. That's hit towards Boulette, and he'll tag second for the force out. And that ends the inning. So after 1 complete, it's Westbrook 0, Portland 0. And here we go for the top of the second. Alex Bean leading things off. That's ripped into left. It's going to... And it's stuck in the wall. So it's going to be a ground rule double. So it's the first hit of the game for either team, bringing up Quincy Seavey. It's outside for ball 1. That's hit to Faye LeBlanc in foul territory, and he gets the out.
Yeah, that's a big out right there.
And so that brings up Connor Boulette with 1 away. Fouled back.
Yeah, a few more nice, easy ones like that, they'll get out of the inning with a runner in scoring position. That was a nice hit, though.
Outside.
Oh, one's a wild again. Batter 11, 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. We try to have fun up here.
It's in the dirt. Stopped by Bobo. Bobo with another stop. It's a 3-1 count.
Yeah, you definitely don't want a ball to get by you with a runner on second base.
Fouled back. It's a 3-2 count. And that's ball 4. So that's going to put 2 on with 1 out. Bringing up Ben Ugly, who can help himself out. And that's popped straight up in the infield. Tid will run onto the grass and gets the second out. And like I said, the wind is barely moving the flag in center field, but you can definitely tell that it's a factor with the ball in the air. And so that brings up Damon Chandler. Ball in the dirt. 1-0 count. It's fouled back. Fouled back again. It's a 1-2 count. And that drops over for strike 3. And Payne had him fooled on that ball that dropped right over the plate.
Boy, I'll tell you, and he needed that pitch after that leadoff double.
And so Westbrook strands 2 as Portland gets out of the inning. And so after 1.5 complete, it's still Westbrook 0, Portland 0. Here we go for the bottom of the second. Liam Fay LeBlanc leading things off. Batters 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off for Portland as Fay LeBlanc fouls it off. It's an 0-1 count. And that's hit to CV. Fields it, throws it over to first for the first out. So 1 away for Logan Rasmus.
The third baseman, number 13, Logan Rasmus.
That's popped up in foul territory. And a sliding catch by Alex Bean.
Oh, man. You talk about a good professional catching catch. You just saw one. The thing about a catcher is he's got to come out of his crouch, figure out where the ball is once he stands up, and then sometimes has to spin a 360. Great catch.
So that brings up Finn Tidd. Tidd hits it towards CV. He'll field it cleanly, throw it over, and gets the third out. And so a 1-2-3 inning for Westbrook. And so after 2 complete, it's still Westbrook 0, Portland 0. Here we go for the top of the third. Stephen White leading things off. Batters 9, 1, and 2 due up. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 count. And swing and a miss for strike 3.
Right fielder, number 15, Carter Dow.
And so Carter Dow now at the plate with 1 out. Grounded out to shortstop in the first inning. On the outside corner for strike 1.
And nice to see Sam Payne is pitching really well here for Portland.
That's popped up. Ethan Terrio will drift to his left. And it's another play where the wind has a factor.
I mean, those pop-ups have been a mile high. And you really have to figure out where it's coming down.
So Zach Gelbert now up. Last time up, struck out swinging. Pitches in the dirt for ball 1. Right down the middle for strike 1. And now the flag is definitely blowing now from left to right.
Is that up on the expo roof?
And it's going to stay up there. It looked like it hit another baseball that was up there and stopped.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of them over the years with the Sea Dogs. A lot of baseballs go up there and never come down.
So it's a 2-2 count. It's outside for ball 3.
I wonder if they ever get up on the roof and clear those baseballs out before winter. They could cause some ice jams if they don't.
And that's outside for ball 4.
Well, that could have went either way, but maybe the batter helped out the umpire by throwing the bat and running to first.
So Ryan Stone now up. Lined out to center field. Right down the middle for strike 1.
We'll keep our eye on the runner at first.
And he got him. It looked like Gelbert took one too many steps towards second. Sam Payne fired over to first and got him.
Yeah, he was all the way out where you see the cut of the grass. He was all the way out there, and it was no man's land.
And so that ends the inning. Ryan Stone will be back up in the top of the 4th, but after 2.5 complete, It's Westbrook 0, Portland 0. Here we go for the bottom of the third. Sam Payne leading things off. Batters 8, 9, and 1 due up this half inning. It's ball 2. Right down the middle for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. It's fouled back. And that's hit right back to Hughley. Fires over to first for the first out.
The second baseman, number 31, Ethan Terrio.
So that brings up Ethan Terrio with 1 away. Ball's outside. That's ripped into right, and Dow drifting over to get the second out.
The left fielder, number 16, Hunter Temple.
So that brings up Hunter Temple. It's on the inside corner for strike 1. Outside. 1-1 count. It's in the dirt for ball 2. It's on the outside corner for strike 2. That's hit into right. That's going to drop in between Dow and CV. And that's the first hit for Portland. And that brings up Nate Milliken.
Well, let's see what we can do here.
Milliken getting walked his last time up.
Well, and I'm sure the runner on first for Portland will remember what happened last half inning and needs to be careful.
It's on the inside corner for strike 1.
And the way this game is going, every run's going to count.
That's hit to CV, flipping to second and getting the third out. And so that ends the inning. So after 3 complete, it's Westbrook 0, Portland 0. Here we go for the top of the 4th. Ryan Stone leading things off. Batters 3, 4, and 5 expected up. And that's fouled back. That's hit into right. Milliken will field it and throw it back in.
Well, they could have used that last half inning with a runner on first, but that was last half inning.
And Alex Bean now up. Last time ripped it into left. It was only a double. It's fouled back. It's outside for ball one. In the dirt for ball two.
And Bobo doing a nice job behind the plate.
And Payne steps off. It's currently a 2-1 count. A check on Stone.
Yeah, he's only about half the way as the batter who got picked off last inning. I'm sure there was a little discussion in the dugout about
It's hit into left center, and Brewer ranges over to get the first out.
yeah, he covered a lot of distance. Had a nice run in the first inning and a nice run here in the top of the fourth.
So that brings up Quincy Seavey. It's fouled back. Last time up, popped it up to first base.
And the way this game is going, the fielders have to be perfect.
Swing and a miss for strike two.
I mean, certainly we're seeing that the pitchers are doing their part. Both pitchers.
And a timeout by Seavey. That's hit foul.
A little bit bigger lead over there on first.
And a check on Stone. Up high for ball one. It's a 1-2 count. That's hit into right, and that's going to drop. It's going to be a double for Quincy Seavey.
And that was a nice hit. Wasn't hit hard, but it was hit where no one was going to get it.
So Connor Boulette now up. Last time got walked. 2 in scoring position with 1 away.
Well, and this is where the battle here for Payne starts.
It's on the inside corner for strike 1. It's up high for ball 1.
And it's ones across the board again with batter number 11 up.
That's skied in the infield. It drifts to the outfield. Terrio will catch it for the second out.
Oh, that's his second adventure at a high pop-up so far this game. But much needed out here for Portland.
So Ben Ugly now up with 2 away. Has a chance to help himself out.
Well, and this is pitcher on pitcher battle right here.
And say swing and a miss for strike 1.
Yeah, Payne fooled him. Beautiful pitch. Yes.
And Ben Ugly last time up popped it up to shortstop. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Oh, another beautiful pitch by Payne, right where Ugly couldn't get to it.
And fouled it off. That's hit into left. That's going to be over the head of Temple. That's going to score 2. That's going to be a stand-up double for Ben Ugly.
All the way out to the wall. And the pitcher for Westbrook won the battle over the pitcher for Portland.
So that puts 2 on the board and gives Westbrook a lead in this ball game, and that brings up Damon Chandler. Struck out looking last time up.
Yeah, Payne just left that one up over the plate.
It's fouled back for strike 2. Up high for ball 1. And that's hit into center. And Brewer comes in to get the third out of the inning. But not before Westbrook puts 2 on the board. And so after 3.5 complete, it's Westbrook 2, Portland 0. Here we go for the bottom of the 4th. Henry Bebeau leading things off. And that drops over for strike 1.
Beautiful pitch. We've seen that pitch all season long in high school ball, and as a batter, you just don't know where it's going.
It's in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1 count.
And it just ends up over the plate. You just stand there and watch it.
And Bebeau rips it into center. And White tracks it down to get the first out.
Didn't have to go far. Nice, easy out.
So Andrew Brewer now up. One and no count. And that's hit to Gelbert. He misplays it, and not in time is the throw.
I do think he would have got him.
So Brewer reaches on an error.
And while this is all going on, the pitcher throws over to first, trying to see if he can get Brewer napping. He certainly got the cameraman napping.
And Liam Fay LeBlanc now up, swing and a miss for strike 1. This is only the third base runner for. It's off the glove of Chandler, and Ugly gets there just in time.
Wow. Nice stop of that baseball. Got away from him a little bit, but you know, the pitcher did exactly what the pitcher should do. He ran right to first base.
And this is Andrew Brewer is the first base runner in scoring position for Portland as Logan Rasmus fouls it off.
So what could have been for Portland was a great play by Westbrook for that out.
It's in the dirt for ball 1. And Portland's definitely struggled in this game getting on base. Andrew Brewer is only the third Portland player on the base path for Portland this game. Outside for ball 3. It's fouled. Now a full count. And Brewer takes off. It's fouled back.
I mean, Brewer Brewer was almost to third base before the pitcher let go of the ball.
And I'm sure Ugley probably isn't paying attention to Brewer with 2 away. And a check on Brewer this time. And it's in there for strike 3.
Nice pitch.
And so Portland strands another runner, this one in scoring position. And so after 4 complete, it's Westbrook 2, Portland nothing. Here we go for the top of the 5th. Stephen White at the plate. Ball 2. That's hit foul. It's a 2-1 count. That's hit to Rossmus. He'll fire over and got him.
Wow. Almost looked like it was going to be too high, but Portland first baseman stayed on the bag. Beautiful pitch and throw and catch.
And Carter Dow up with 1 away. That's hit in foul territory. Faye LeBlanc not able to get to it with the tarp there.
Yeah, not knowing quite where it was, and no one really to tell him he had a few more feet, but you certainly don't want to run into that. Good try, though.
It's 1-1 count. That's hit to Rossmus and off the glove. And that one ate him up.
Yeah, it was hard hit in between Hub, but the official scorer giving an error.
And
The third baseman withdrawal, Zach Gilbert.
so Zach Gelbit now up. He's going to bunt. It's picked up by Payne, and it's too high.
Wow.
So an infield hit.
Let me just tell you, the first baseman for Portland just saved another run there. Because if he didn't snag that ball, that runner on second base would be heading around to home right now. Great play at first.
That's hit into the outfield. And that was one hop into Bobo by Brewer.
Yeah, not far enough out there for that runner that's now on third base to even attempt to want to come home. But Westbrook, they are putting something together here in the top of the fifth.
So Ryan Stone at first. Alex Bean now at the plate with bases loaded, one away. And Bobo will stop it.
Yeah, Payne's got to be real careful. Payne's got to be real careful here.
And that's right to Tid.
That is an out you needed. And Tid looked to his right to third, to his left to second, and both Westbrook runners scrambled back safely.
Second baseman number 3, Quincy Seavey.
And Quincy Seavey will now be up with 2 outs. It's on the outside corner for strike 1. In the dirt, 1-1 count. That's popped in foul territory, and it's caught by Bobo. And so Westbrook strands 3, leaving the bases loaded. Portland coming up with 2 big outs to end the inning. And so after 4.5 complete, it's Westbrook 2, Portland nothing. Here we go for the bottom of the 5th. Finn Tid hitting it to Gelbit and gets him in time.
That was Finn Tid batting for Portland. Retired 5-3.
Quick out here.
And so that brings up Sam Payne with 1 away. Pitches outside for strike 1. Low and outside for ball 1. And that one's hit to Bullet. Fires over and in time.
Boy, nice play by the first baseman. You know, yeah, that was a nice play on both ends. When you need to make sure you get an out, your first baseman, make sure you get one.
Ethan Terrio will hit it to Bullet, and not in time. It's wide, and he'll take second on that.
Yeah, went into the dugout. Yeah, that one, the first baseman couldn't help him out there on that one. But that was tough. That was going to be a base hit. It was deep enough in the hole, but the throw just got away. And so now Portland. So are we going to have a change? I see.
The left fielder, number 16, Hunter Temple.
Do we... I see the umpire talking to the coach. Are we going to have a pinch runner? I think we're going to have a pinch runner. Number 3. Number 3 is going to pinch run.
So Joe Mancini's coming in to pinch run for Ethan Terrio.
Running for Ethan Terrio, number 3, Joe Mancini.
Well, and as the later this game goes, this potential run is huge.
That's popped up, and it's going to go out of play for Hunter Temple.
Yeah, Portland definitely needs this in the bottom of the 5th.
That's going to be popped in the infield. Boulette will track it down and gets the 3rd out. And so Portland strands a runner at second. And so after 5 complete, it's still Westbrook 2, Portland nothing. And here we go for the top of the 6th. Connor Boulette leading things off. Batters 6, 7, and 8 due up for Westbrook. Drops in there on the outside corner for strike 1. That's foul. Oh, and 2 count. And swing and a miss for strike 3.
Big strikeout right there. Portland needs to be careful here.
And that brings up Ben Ugly. Up high for ball 1. Outside for ball 2.
Yeah, he's trying to be careful, but he's still got a pitch to him.
Ball 3. 3-0 count. And a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, I have a feeling he was trying to pitch around him. You know, with 1 out and a runner on first, it doesn't hurt you yet, but walks sometimes come back to haunt you. We got a pinch hitter.
It's Dom Bruner.
Your attention, batting for Chandler, number 13, Dom Bruner.
It's in there for strike 2. Up high for ball 1. 1-2 count. It's fouled back. Up high for ball 2. 2-2 count. Outside for ball 3.
Well, and as careful as you were with the runner on first, you can't let this batter get away from you.
And swing and a miss for strike 3.
Just what the doctor ordered, a strikeout.
So that brings up Stephen White.
The center fielder, number 10, Stephen White.
And a check on Ugly. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And that's going to roll to Terrio Hill. And it's out of the glove of Faye LeBlanc.
Official score calls that an error. You know, sometimes when you're that close to each other and you throw the ball over, it's easy. Believe it or not, it's easy to lose track of it, and it can bounce off the end of your glove.
And Carter Dow now up with 2 on, 2 away. That's popped up. Tid will get underneath it, and that's the final out of the inning. And so Westbrook strands 2, and after 5.5 complete, it's still Westbrook 2, Portland nothing. Here we go for the bottom of the 6th. Regan Buck will lead things off. And that's hit into left field. And Stone comes in to get the first out. And that brings up Henry Babeau. Low for ball 1. Two and 0 count. It's a 3-0 count now. And a 4-pitch walk.
Well, not what you want to see here late in the game for Westbrook, but they do have one out.
So that brings up Andrew Brewer. It's right down the middle for strike one. Check on Babo as he dives back.
Yeah, he's not too far off the base, but the pitcher wants to remind him that he's got his eye on him.
And another check. It's in there for strike two on the outside corner.
That was a beautiful pitch. He's got Brewer trying to guess what the next pitch is going to be. He's thrown two beauties.
Up high for ball one. It's a 1-2 count. Check on Babo, and it goes by. Babo will take second on the throw.
Well, now Westbrook's going to have to be careful.
That's hit to Gelbert, and in and out of the glove.
Well, just like last half inning, the first baseman having a difficult time on the throw.
And it looked like he was going to call him safe before the ball came out of the glove.
Well, the walk of Babo, he's now on third.
So a steal by Brewer. And Liam Fay LeBlanc now at the plate with two in scoring position.
What a golden opportunity for him.
It's fouled back. Swing and a miss for strike two. 1-2 count. And that's strike three.
Yeah, nice battle. Ugley won that one. Just what he needed.
And so number 20, as I find, is Lucas Milliken.
Well, pinch hitter coming up at a very important time here for Portland. Outfielders are in. Lots of space between the left fielder and the center fielder.
It's right down the middle for strike one. And that's hit to Gelbert. He'll fire over and gets the third out. And Portland Strands 2. And so after 6 complete, it's still Westbrook 2, Portland nothing. Here we go for the top of the 7th. Zach Gelbert leading things off. It's on the outside corner for strike 1. And that's hit to Rosmus.
You could, I mean, he couldn't really see his face, but the way that ball was hit, he was like waiting on it, and then it finally came to him. It sounded louder than what it was.
And so Ryan Stone now up. It's fouled back. It's a 2-1 count. In the dirt. It's a 3-1 count. And that's hit into right center. Buck getting it on a 1 hop, so it's a single for Stone, bringing up Alex Bean.
The catcher number 19, Alex Bean.
We're going to have a mound visit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, Payne has not thrown a lot of pitches here. They just got to be on the same page because they cannot let Westbrook have another run here at all. So
and that's hit into right center. Buck will get to it. And Stone being waved around. And he's going to be thrown out.
oh man.
And a big play. And I would call Alex Bean's hit a single and taking second on the throw.
Well, that was sweet. We're going to have a pinch runner. Number 4.
The Westbrook running for Bean, number 4, Caleb Reed.
Caleb Reed, pinch running. Two-way. Fouled back for Quincy Seavey. It's an 0-1 count. And that's hit towards Brewer, and he'll range over to get the third out.
What an inning, too.
And so Portland keeps the score to only 2-run lead for Westbrook. And so after 6.5 complete, it's Westbrook 2, Portland 0. Here we go for the bottom of the 7th. Portland down 2, 3 outs to work with Finn Tidd leading things off. Batter 7, 8, and 9 for Portland. Due up. Ball's low for ball 1.
It's been a great game.
And that's hit up the middle for a leadoff hit for Portland.
All right. Tidd is on. No outs. That's a good start.
And Sam Payne now up. Low for ball 1. Swing and a miss. It's a 1-1 count. And that's hit to Gelbert. He'll get the lead runner.
Well, and I'll tell you, that is a real good heads-up play. It's a good baseball play right there. He looked to first, looked back over to second, and knew he had enough time to get the lead runner.
The second baseman, number 31, Ethan Terrio.
So that brings up Ethan Terrio. And that's going to be fair and gets the lead runner again.
Man. Another great baseball play. And if you're the pitcher, you definitely need those infielders to do what they do.
So Portland down to their last out. Hunter Temple now up. And that's going to run Temple off the plate.
A little bit of chin music.
Right down the middle for strike 1. That's hit into left, and that's going to be foul.
Oh, so close.
Still a 2-2 count. So Portland only one strike away. And that's a dribbler picked up by Bean. Fire over and gets him. And that's your ball game.
What a great pitching match here. Today, Ugley comes out on top.
And as we get the handshakes, and it was a close game until that top of the fourth where Westbrook put 2 on the board.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a great pitching match. And Portland had a number of opportunities to try to get on the scoreboard. It just didn't happen. And Ugley really took charge on the Westbrook side.
Yeah, it's just been a tough season for Portland. It hasn't come together. They've had games where their offense is hot but couldn't keep the other team off the scoreboard. And then down the stretch, they haven't been able to put up many runs, but have kept the other team from scoring not too many runs.
Yeah, I mean, the Westbrook defense, too, the infielders, they did a great job today to help out that pitcher because, 2 runs, that's not a lot to, to win a ball game by 2-0. Especially, Portland putting base runners on, but they struggled, couldn't get anything across the plate. But, yeah, it was a great pitching match.
And so, we'll see, but this will probably be our last game this season. It's been a pleasure.
On the Portland side.
On the Portland side,
yeah.
Yes. And it's been a pleasure filming this season. Hasn't been the season that the team wanted, but it is what it is, and the players that aren't seniors that come back next year can learn from this.
Yeah, it's everything is an experience, and you only get better by playing. So, and it's high school ball, wins and losses, state titles, all that stuff. It would be nice, but just to play baseball, be on the team and stuff, and I've enjoyed bringing these games to you, and we do this as volunteers, so it's fun for us too because we love baseball.
And so the final score of the final home game of the 2023 season, Portland falls short 2-0 against Westbrook. Saying so long. This has been a production of WPPS TV3 Portland Public Schools. Saying good night.
Thank you very much for watching.